Namaste. Before following any advice or practices suggested in this video, it is always recommended that you consult with your doctor as to its suitability, especially if you suffer from any health problems or special conditions. Yamajit, John Hollinsby Mayer, and Tridevi Chumunda Mandir cannot accept any responsibility for any injuries or damages incurred as a result of the exercises and meditations contained in this video. Namaste and welcome. And thank you for your patience. We had a little bit of, had some technical problems getting this program launched, but we're up and running now. So welcome to Tridevi Chumunda Mandir in Denver, Colorado. I'm Yamajit, and welcome to our Tuesday satsang. So tonight we'll be doing puja, chair yoga, and meditation. This is part of our chakra series. Tonight it will be for the sixth chakra, known as the third eye chakra or Ajna chakra. Some props that you might want for today's program. Chair, something you can sit comfortably in with a straight back. You may want a blanket or two, especially if your feet don't quite touch the floor from your chair, or if you feel kind of cramped in the chair. Sitting on that or a cushion may increase your comfort. Hai puja. If you have a yoga block, that may be helpful as well. We're going to be doing some forward bending. So if you're bending over in the chair and your feet don't quite reach the floor, reaching down to a block or again a cushion or folded blanket may help. We're going to be doing a sideways fold, and you can always have the block on your chair so it's easier to reach down if holding the side of the chair isn't comfortable for you. If you don't have a block, a small wooden box, even a book might even be helpful. So while you're getting your props together, I invite you to just listen for a moment while I share some announcements. So I misspoke a little bit on Friday. Our Kriya Yoga practice will actually be a week from Friday, the first Friday of May. And so this coming Friday at 7 o'clock, we'll be doing the next installment of our Kali Nitya series. This is the series where we're honoring a different aspect of Ma Kali in correspondence with the waning days of the full moon. So we'll be up to Kali Nitya number 6, Ma Viprachita. And so we'll be doing puja and satsang to Ma Viprachita Friday at 7. Our Tuesday satsangs will continue next Tuesday, chakra number 7. Following Tuesday, we'll be doing a chair yoga series for all 7 chakras. And then, like I said, the following Friday, first Friday of May, that will be our Kriya Yoga practice. So I invite you to, right now, just find a comfortable position to sit, either on the floor for the moment or in your chair. I'm first going to give some background information on Ajna Chakra before we do our puja and the start of our practice. So the third eye, also known as Ajna Chakra, the third eye chakra, and Ajna means either perceiving or to command. So its location is the center of the forehead, right between the eyebrows, and it corresponds to the functions of intuition, of foresight, vision, perception, one's psychic abilities, illumination, and also one's ability to look beyond limitation. It also corresponds very much with the nervous system, especially the sensory system, so seeing, um, hearing, olfactory as well, and to some extent the glandular system, because in this area of the head we have the pineal gland and the pituitary gland. And the pituitary is really the master gland of the endocrine system. And if, like me, you majored in biology and took a course in embryology, you learned that the endocrine glands are actually an outgrowth of nervous tissue. So there's not really an element with Agnya Chakra like the previous 5, although sometimes it is connected with light. Its mantra is going to be Om. Let's see. Symbolically, the chakra is a 2-petaled lotus, and in the center is a downward-facing triangle, usually dark blue in color. And there's a meditation we're going to be doing after our yoga practice, where we're just going to be making a soft gaze behind closed eyes up toward this area. And sometimes you may see just light doing that, or a circle of light, or a ring of light, or sometimes you might very well see that dark triangle. That's something I very often see when focused on this area. So again, the organs associated, the eyes, the brain, nervous system, the ear, pituitary glands, the pineal glands, also the medulla oblongata, where the spinal cord meets the brain, which works as very much as a switchboard between the brain and the rest of the body. Some imbalances that we might see associated with the 3rd chakra might include lack of direction or clarity, feeling stuck or feeling like you're being overcome by limitations. An overactive 3rd eye may also be associated with illusions and fantasies as well. So just a little information on the 3rd eye chakra. So I invite you to make yourself comfortable. We're going to do a very short puja, just so we're doing our practice in sacred space. And I want to say namaste to April. Namaste. Glad you're joining us. And anybody else who's joining us, feel free to say hello using the chat function. So I invite you again, make yourself comfortable. Sitting in a manner where your back is straight. And let's open our practice by bringing the palms of our hands together at heart center. Hi Puja, you're an internet star. Closing your eyes for a moment, and we're going to tune in by chanting Om 3 times. So inhale. Inhale and exhale, slowly opening your eyes. Om. Pavitra Pavitrova Sarvavastam Gatopiva Yashmare Pandarikaksham Sabhyabhyanta Sushi. Om Ganganapate Namo Namah. Jai Ganesha. Om Sri Gurubhyo Namah. Jai Guru. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Kailase Patana Namah. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Jayanti Mangalakali Bhadrakali Kapalini Durga Shama Shivadatri Svasvada Namostute Jai Tvam Devi Chamunde Jai Bhutita Harani Jai Sarvagati Devi Kalaratri Namostute Jai Ma Kali. And so, as we've been doing through this series, our puja mantra will be the Bij mantras for the chakras. Om Lam Vam Ramyam Ham 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 Om. Jai Ma. Over. So I invite you now to, if you haven't already, take your seat in your chair and employ any props that you might want to use. So we're going to begin with simple sitting. So your feet should be comfortably positioned on the floor, about hip width apart. Soles of the feet flat on the floor, back straight. Hands resting comfortably on your knees. And just taking a couple of breaths. Again, you can put something like a folded blanket or a cushion under your feet if that would be more comfortable. Or some kind of support to sit on the chair, if likewise that's a more comfortable position for you. I'll just give you a moment to make any little adjustments that you might want to use. And we're going to open our practice by doing a pranayama practice, Nadi Shodhana, also known as alternate nostril breathing. The nadis are similar to acupuncture meridians. These are energy channels running throughout the body. And there are three main ones: Shushumna Nadi, which goes from the base of the spine up toward the crown. And then there's two other nadis on either side. There is Pingala Nadi, or the solar channel, on the right side, Ida Nadi, or the lunar channel, on the left. And these also originate at the base of the spine, crossing at the chakras and coming together at the third eye center. So we're going to balance these dynamic and receptive energies. So I invite you to take your peace fingers, place them on your third eye. That'll help with your awareness of that area. Using your thumb, close off your right nostril and take an inhale slowly and deeply through the left side. And then with your ring finger, closing off the left, and we're going to exhale and then inhale through the right. And go slowly back and forth. Exhaling and inhaling on each side. And then closing off your right nostril one last time and exhaling through the left side. Let your breath return to normal. Bring your hand back down to your knee and just take 2 or 3 breaths and just feel the effects of this very calming and balancing practice. So we're going to begin our movement practice by warming up the spine. You may want to scoot a little bit forward on your chair. So we're going to begin some rounds of seated cat-cow. So inhale, hinging at the hip, coming forward, bringing the chin and the chest forward. Exhale, hinging back, straightening the arms, bringing the chin to the chest. And just going back and forth with the breath. Inhale forward, exhale back. Slow, gentle, fluid movements. Inhale, coming back to center. Take a couple of breaths, bringing the palms of your hands to your heart, Anjali Mudra. And inhale, slowly raising the arms overhead, coming to a slight back bend. And then exhale, coming down slowly, bringing the hands to the floor. You may want to have something on the floor if your hands don't quite reach. But if you can bring your palms to the floor or whatever surface, that would be great. Breathing. Coming deeper into the pose if body and breath allows. And then inhale, coming up just slowly, as if you're stacking your spine one vertebra at a time, rolling the shoulders back, bringing your hands to the sides of the chair, grabbing the side of the chair, lifting the heart up toward the ceiling, and breathing deeply in seated camel. And inhale. Exhale, rolling the shoulders forward, bringing the hands back to the knees, taking a couple of breaths. We're going to be doing some lateral folding. So if you have a block, you may want to have that starting on the right side of the chair. Or again, a book or a small box if that's available. So we're going to inhale and raise our right hand. Exhale, bring the hand down. You can grab the side of the chair or somewhere else where you feel stable. Or putting your hand on the block. And inhale, rotating the left arm around, keeping the shoulder back, keeping both sits bones in place. Breathing deeply as we flex to the right. And inhale, coming up slowly, coming back to our neutral position, breathing. Switching your block if you feel a need to. And inhale, raising the left arm overhead. And exhale, finding that safe spot, stable spot for your hand on the block, side of the chair, or maybe one of the legs. And inhale, rotating the right arm around as we flex the spine to the left. Keep the shoulder back again. Keep both sits bones in place and breathing. And inhale, coming up slowly. Bringing your hands back to your knees. It's always a nice 1 or 2 vertebrae pop back into place for me when I do this one. And then scooting back on the chair a little bit. Keeping the back straight. Just kind of checking your stance, making sure your knees are hip width apart, feet are flat on the floor. And then inhale, raising the left arm again. Exhale, bringing it to the right knee. Inhale, kickstanding the right arm around, finding a comfortable place to grab the chair in the back. And breathing in a gentle twist. Turning the head to look over the left shoulder. Continuing to breathe deeply. And inhale. And exhale, rotating back to center. Take a couple of breaths. And inhale, now raising the right hand. And exhale, bringing it to the left knee. Inhale, kickstanding the left arm around, finding that comfortable place to grab the back of the chair. And breathing as we gently twist to the left now. And inhale, as you turn your head and looking over the right shoulder. And then inhale deeply again. And exhale, coming back to center. Take a couple of breaths again, feel the effects. So now I'm going to invite you to maybe scoot a little bit forward on the chair. Make sure the left leg and foot is planted firmly on the floor. And cross the right leg over the left. Just find a comfortable way in which to do that. If this is the best you can do, that's going to work as well. But inhale, raising the right hand overhead. Exhale, dropping the hand behind the back, bringing the left arm around to meet it. Doesn't matter if they touch. Keeping the back nice and straight. Breathing deeply in the chair version of Gomukhasana, cow face. And then inhale and exhale, release the arms. Bring the foot back to the mat. Take a couple of breaths. And then cross the left leg over the right. Make sure the right foot is nice and stable on the floor. Inhale, raising the left hand. Exhale, dropping it behind the back, bringing the right hand around to meet, keeping the back straight and breathing. And then inhale, exhale, release, bringing the foot back. Take a couple more breaths. And now we're going to cross the right leg across the left knee again. We're going to do something a little bit different. Inhale, bring the right arm forward, bending at the elbow. And then as you exhale, wrapping the right arm around and finding the seated version of Garudasana or eagle. Breathing deeply. Maybe thinking of the divine messenger, Garuda, Lord Vishnu's eagle. And inhale, exhale, release the hands, return the foot to the mat. We're going to do this on the other side. Take a couple of breaths. And crossing the left leg over the right. Inhale, raising the left arm forward, bending at the elbow. Exhale, bringing the left arm and wrapping it around. Breathing, keeping the back straight. And inhale. And exhale, release the arms, bringing the foot back. Sitting in our neutral position, take a couple more breaths. And slowly come to standing. So we're going to be doing some standing poses using the chair as a support. And depending on how at ease you are at balancing, you may want to position your chair next to a table or have another chair handy if you need some help balancing. But we're going to take a deep inhale and exhale. Bring our heel to the chair. Make sure there's a slight bend in both knees, not locking the knees. You can bring your hands to your hips, or you can use one hand on some steady surface like I'm doing here. But inhale, exhale, hinging at the hip. Coming into the chair yoga version of Janushirasana, or head to knee pose. Finding that nice, comfortable edge, breathing deeply. Coming deeper into the pose, if breath and body allow, keeping the back straight. But just feeling a nice stretch in the back of the leg. And inhale, coming up. Bringing the foot back. And then rolling the shoulders back. Making sure the feet are hip width apart. Slight bend to the knees. And just looking straight forward. Finding a fixed point on the wall. This is called finding your drishti, or your balanced gaze. And just taking a couple of breaths in mountain pose, Tadasana. And then bringing the left heel to the chair. Again, making sure there's that nice little micro bend in both knees. Using something stable like a chair or a table for extra balance if you need it. Or bringing both hands to your hips. Inhale tall. Exhale, keeping the back straight, hinging at the hip. And making a nice stretch on the back of the left leg. And inhale up. And exhale. Bring the foot back to the floor. Come back to mountain pose. Roll the shoulders back, palms forward. Feet nice and stable. Slight bend to the knees. Take a couple of breaths. And then inhale tall. And exhale, hinge at the hips. Bringing the hands to the chair. Holding the sides of the chair. Making sure that your left foot is stable as you transition your weight to your left leg. Again, keeping a slight bend to the knee. And then inhale, raising the left leg and finding a chair version of Warrior 3. Also making sure the elbows are not locked. And then inhale, exhale, bring your foot to the floor. And transition back into warrior in a way that feels safe for you. Well, not warrior, I mean mountain. Take a couple of breaths. And then inhale, tall. And exhale, hinging at the hip. Bringing the hands to the chair again. And inhale, raising left leg. And finding Warrior 3 on the other side. And then deep inhale. Exhale, bringing the foot back to the floor. And again, finding that nice, safe way to transition back to standing. You can use something on the side if you need to hold that. Finding warrior again. And then bringing the chair so that it's now on your right side and you can use it as a support. First, we're going to begin in mountain pose again, rolling the shoulders back, feet hip width apart, slight bend to the knees, and just looking toward the other side of the room. Again, finding our drishti by focusing our soft gaze at just some fixed point on the opposite wall. Again, not locking either knee. Slowly transferring your weight to your right leg so it's easy to pick up the left. And then you can kickstand your left leg against your right ankle, or you can come up a little bit and rest the foot on the lower leg. And inhale, raising the left arm and finding Vrikshasana or tree pose. Breathing deeply. Bring the knee back. And then inhale, Exhale, bringing the arm down, bringing the foot back to the floor, finding mountain again. Keeping your eyes on that fixed point on the opposite wall. Again, slight bend to the knees. Bringing the chair to the other side. So your left hand is on that chair. Again, slowly making some small adjustments as you transfer your weight to that left leg without locking the knee. So it's easy to pick up the right. And again, either kickstanding the right foot against the ankle or bringing it up a little bit. And inhale, raising the right arm overhead, looking straight ahead and breathing. Growing our trees. And inhale and exhale, coming back to standing. One last time in mountain pose. Take a couple of breaths. And then I invite you to come back seated on the chair. So a sixth chakra practice like this would not be complete without actually doing some eye asanas. And the series I'm going to take you through is really nice if you've been working in an office all day, staring into a computer screen, and maybe you've got a little bit of eye strain. So finding your neutral position, back straight. Inhale using just your eyes. Look up as far forward as you can. Then exhale, turn the eyes downwards, looking down at the floor. Inhale back to center. Exhale, turning your eyes to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. And then rolling your eyes 3 or 4 times to the right. And 3 or 4 times to the left. Blink. And then couple last asanas. First, we're going to just relax the muscles of the face by doing lion. 1, 2, 3. And now I invite you to inhale tall. Exhale, bringing your elbows to your knees. Bringing your hands together to form a nice surface to place your forehead. Resting in child's pose, seated version, breathing deeply. Just focusing your attention on that third eye center. And getting ready for our meditation. And inhale, coming up slowly. Coming back to our neutral seated position. And I invite you now to close your eyes. Continue opening your breath. Breathing deeply and slowly. And just very gently bringing your gaze up, slightly upwards, focusing your eyes toward the third eye. And as you breathe, just focusing on whatever you might see visually, maybe just a little bit of light, maybe a ring of light or a circle of light, or maybe that upside down dark blue triangle, but just breathing deeply and focusing your breath and your attention and your eyes on your third eye center. Again, just observing, letting thoughts and other distractions fall away. And then deep inhale. Exhale, just relax your eyes. Continue the deep breathing, only now we're going to breathe and silently chant a mantra. And that mantra is that very powerful one of Om. So inhaling Om silently, deeply, and exhaling Om slowly. And just continue to breathe deeply, repeating the mantra with each inhalation and exhalation. Make sure the shoulders are relaxed as you breathe and silently chant. Back is straight, eyes relaxed. Maybe just allowing yourself to be aware of whatever the breathing and the chanting brings to your awareness. Just observe it in an unattached manner. Just let things come and let things go. And then take a deep and clearing breath. And let go of the mantra and just slowly open your eyes. Keep your gaze nice and relaxed. Just take a couple of breaths and just feel the effects of the practice thus far. And now we're going to do one more meditation. And this is a visual meditation called Prataka. And it simply involves breathing deeply while focusing your relaxed gaze upon something. Some people like to use a candle flame, adjust the light a little bit. There we go. This is a wonderful meditation for a yantra, a spiritual diagram. This is the yantra for Syama Kali, the blue-black skinned form of Kali. Syama also means dusky. You could do this meditation with a favorite devotional figure, a picture of a god or goddess, or a statuette. Again, candle flames are wonderful for this. But I invite you to focus your relaxed gaze on the center of this diagram. Breathe deeply and just let yourself become aware of whatever comes into your mind as you focus upon the diagram. Just be aware of thoughts, feelings, memories. Again, just let things come and let things go. But just be aware of what the experience of meditating upon the yantra brings forth for you. And now I invite you to slowly close your eyes, but keep the vision of the yantra in your mind's eye. So just focus on the design of that yantra using your mind's eye, your imagination, breathing deeply and just being aware of whatever that experience produces. And then slowly open your eyes again. Continue breathing deeply, and again, focus your relaxed gaze on the center of the yantra. And again, just allow yourself to be aware of whatever this practice brings into your mind. Into your awareness. And then slowly close your eyes and focus in your mind's eye on the shape of the yantra. Try to hold that image in your mind's eye as you breathe deeply. And just being aware of what that experience produces for you. And now, keeping your eyes closed, I invite you to take a deep and clearing breath. Just letting go of the image, letting go of the meditation. Continuing to breathe deeply. And just allow yourself to relax and rest in a place of stillness and silence. Just integrating and absorbing the effects of our practice. And maybe thinking of something in the very near future. And affirming that the energies of our practice tonight can be focused toward that future event. Maybe something that's very much requiring your attention. And just allow yourself to visualize yourself handling that situation in the most positive and balanced way that it can happen. And then just let go of that if you chose to do that little focusing exercise. Let your breath return to normal. And just rest for a moment and listen to our benedictions. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. To all living things, peace, peace, peace. I invite you to take a moment and give thanks to the divine, that form of the divine that is closest to you, and affirm that that deity is always with you. That divine consciousness is always with you whenever you have need. And take a moment to give gratitude to yourself for taking part in this practice tonight. And then opening your eyes just a little bit, just letting a little bit of light in. And just slowly opening your eyes as you become accustomed to the light in the room. Having your hands at heart center if they aren't already. And namaste. Blessings always. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. Jai Mata Di. So I'm hoping you have a wonderful night's sleep, a wonderful day ahead. And I look forward to you joining me on Friday for our puja and satsang to Ma Kali Vipuchita. So have a wonderful night. Thank you again. Jai Ma.